Do you remember that episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns goes to the doctor and is told that he's got every known disease, and the only reason he's not sick is that all of the diseases are trying to enter his body at the same time, getting stuck in the doorway so no one single disease can get through?
We call it Three Stooges syndrome.
That's how I'm feeling about my videos at the moment. Over the last couple of months, I've been working on a bunch of different projects, all at the same time, which has resulted in no single one of them reaching completion and being published. They're all stuck in the doorway, and from my perspective, I've been working really hard and want to take a break, but from your perspective, as a viewer, it must look like I'm a lazy bastard who hasn't bothered to lift a finger since my last upload a month ago.
So what you're saying is, I'm indestructible.
So consider this video a sneak peek, a sample platter of unfinished and upcoming Science of Loud content that will serve both to let you know that I am doing something and as a sacrifice to the algorithm, so that the first video back after a month of absence isn't something I put a ton of work and time into. The first video you're going to see, and see very soon, is a revisit of the topics of attenuators, load boxes and IR loaders. I've been using the Boss tube amp expander for all of these purposes for the last 5 or 6 years, and in time for NAMM this January, Boss announced the Core version. Smaller, cheaper, and with a feature set tailored to the home studio experience. I've got it right here, behind me. I've been using it and very much enjoying it, so if you want a refresher on that technology and to see some of what this can offer, you'll be seeing that full video later this week. In February, I published a video about a late 70s, early 80s Fender Stratocaster that I'd recently purchased, and I promised a restoration video. If you've been paying attention to YouTube Shorts, you might have noticed some vertical format videos showing some of that process. Unfortunately, the full video got delayed much longer than I expected, as I was awaiting a very special set of pickups that were shipping out from the United States. These one-to-one recreations of Red Rhodes's iconic Velvet Hammer pickups, which were used by Ritchie Blackmore in his 70s Strats for a time, were significantly delayed because apparently there have been some changes to international trade happening in the US right now, which has caused significant difficulty for the postal service and relations between different countries. These were stuck in a sorting facility in Indianapolis for about 5 weeks, and no one could give us any updates on what was happening with them. Unlike some of my peers, however, I have no interest in getting into a US tariff discussion here on the internet. As far as I'm concerned, the world's going to shit in general, everything's too expensive, billionaires are rocketing pop stars into space with the money they've avoided paying in tax, and frankly, this is all just to be expected when world governments pull a little more to the right. Which is ironic, considering Well, anyway, the Strat's looking great, playing great, and sounding great, and I'm looking forward to bringing that whole process to you soon. Have you ever tried to coordinate 4 men in their 30s to get into the same room on a Sunday morning for a recording session? It isn't easy, or cheap, it certainly isn't stress-free, but the results can end up pretty impressive. That's what I did in order to demonstrate the live performance capabilities of the latest portable amps from Orange. These are all 100-watt, solid-state, gig-capable amps designed for the stage, particularly for the guys loading in and out of small gig spaces who don't want to be lugging big, heavy valve amp heads upstairs or from the car parked 2 streets away. I hired a bassist, a drummer, a cameraman and a 17th century castle mill which has been converted into a performing arts centre in order to get these turned up and show them in their intended context. Being played by some tired, middle-aged blokes who haven't practiced nearly enough, completely butchering your favourite rock songs in a pub covers band. It's real, raw and honest live music for anyone sick and tired of hearing gear demonstrated in a controlled recording studio environment. If you want to know what these baby amps sound like on stage, having been allotted a 10-minute changeover and no sound check, then the greasy lovers have got you covered. It's been a while since I've done a deep dive circuit breakdown of anything. My oscilloscope has been sitting there unused and unloved for around about a year now. What better effect to get back into the Gain Appreciation series than the infamous Boss Metal Zone? Over the years, I've heard people claim all sorts about the Metal Zone circuit. It's a digital distortion. No, it isn't. It's a 5G receiver chip hidden inside the COVID vaccine. No, it isn't. It's a pretty normal analog distortion circuit with a hugely powerful EQ circuit connected to it. Plenty to talk about, but maybe not as crazy as you think. This next gain stage is where pretty much all of our distortion is being generated, and if you're familiar with the circuit of any other distortion pedal, everything here will look very familiar. In January, I was down in Birmingham visiting Headstock Distribution. They are responsible for getting Ibanez, Damasio and Laney products into all the guitar shops in the UK. You might have seen a few shorts highlighting some of my favourite picks from the new Ibanez lineup. There's a bunch more I filmed down there that I'd love to show you, and I've asked Headstock to ship me up some Ibanez guitars so I can get a more in-depth look at them, but as of yet they haven't sent anything. I need to chase all of that with them because the new RGs and the AZs are really impressive mid-priced instruments that I think more people should be made aware of. Talking about going places, last year at 42 Gear Street, I was supposed to be travelling with one of these folding travel acoustic guitars from Furch. There was a little mix-up with the shipping schedule, so mine didn't arrive in time for me flying out, but I did get to play the instruments in Germany, and even did a wee video with fellow Scotsman Steve Cassidy, which I now realise I never released either. It could have been a better reveal, I do apologise. But this is the little Jane. They come in different wood configurations, different tops, different backs, different sides. So there is a headstock with strings, there's a body, and I believe that just slides out. The headstock attaches, 2 rods, slides in. I'm making this look effortless, aren't I? Like that?
Yeah, that's it.
I've not been wrong so far.
No, everything's good.
And then look at the scary part. I'll get the neck onto the body. It's a physical latch, which latches up. Does it go over the top of this?
Yeah, that's it.
Right, okay, good.
Kind of hooks in.
There's
the tricky part.
There's a metal plate on the back here. Oh, that was actually a lot easier and a lot faster than I was expecting. And the guitar's together. Now the question is, I don't even know what this was tuned to. A standard, I think.
That was a drop D before. No,
oh, that's what it was, yeah. So that hasn't actually... I'm very impressed that that's still in tune despite the fact that the entire neck was inside the body cavity. Anyway, I now have one of these little Janes. My initial plan was to film some promo videos with a singer friend of mine, but she's been rather busy playing gigs, winning awards, and hosting her morning radio show. Coordinating everyone I would need to get available at the same time and be in the same place is honestly not one of my strengths, so I'll be looking for other travelling options to show off what this little Jane can do. I'm still figuring out all of the details for that one, but maybe you'll see me doing some acoustic content in a beautiful locale soon enough. 3, 2, 1, go! Right, okay, that's... Oh yeah, bass, come out. You've had practice at that clip, I tell you. Oh, it was easier than I thought. I was overthinking it. Come out, you. Ah, right. No! Hold up! It's in the bag. Oh, I think you might. He's doing literally a victory lap. And just yesterday, a package arrived with me from Marstronic here in the UK, who make some tiny little circuit boards for adding treble bleed or variable tone control mods to your guitar. It was my good friend Perfecto who put me in touch with them because he has his own signature product with them. It's this. It's a clean switch. And you know how you'd roll back on your guitar volume control to clean up like a fuzz pedal or a distorting amp? Well, it's just that, but in a little switchboard. So I guess there will be a video all about treble bleeds and volume controls at some point once I had a chance to footer around with these. What else? Well, this doesn't include all of the other emails and negotiations that have been going on behind the scenes, nor all of the other ideas on my list that I'll be able to implement at some point when I get a moment to do it. There are always 100 different videos to make. Some stuff inevitably falls off the end or takes forever to get made. And honestly, I'm just tired and don't have the drive and motivation to push all this forward like I used to. I promise I'm not a lazy bastard. It's just taking me longer to get things done than I'd like. So stay subscribed and I'm sure you'll see all of this content come out at some point, sometime, maybe. That's all for now. Keep it loud. And stay safe.